A new academic year is almost ready to roll, and I'm sure that many of the houses, many of the parents are getting their children ready for sending them to the new school or maybe to the new class. Of course, the 10th and the 12th standard are going to be crucial because that's going to decide their future. That's what we believe. When they're going to the school, we are all, like people like, me, who are elder people, we all think about our good old days, when we used to go to the school. And what difference right now we see in the education system? A lot of difference, in fact. If you seriously look at it, a lot of difference. Especially going to the school itself was an adventure at one point of time, because we used to walk kilometers and we used to go to the school, and there never used to be this kind of facilities. Right now the school bus is coming in front of your gate, and your children are just picked up, and then they may be carrying a ID card, and the ID card may be carrying maybe a microchip, and whatever movement they do, whomever they meet, you will be able to record that. And I think in a way it's good, and it's bad also, because that's affecting some level of freedom for the children. And the children are being brought back to the houses in the same school bus. So it's all very much ready-made kind of a format. There is not much a scope of creativity which used to be there in the good old days. Another thing which I always notice is that right now children are not getting enough opportunities to fail. This is one important aspect. Especially when I work in business, I do have a few businesses. I recruit people for my companies, and also Brahma Consulting, which is one of my companies, which is servicing more than 300 companies in India. We help companies to recruit people, and we always find one thing common among this new generation. They are not ready to face failures. They don't know how to face failures. They don't know how to face rejections. And most of the time, you send them for a sales call, and if they don't get the desired result, they get disappointed. And if you seriously look at it, this disappointment or disgruntlement is common in many areas. In the office, they cannot get along with their colleagues. In the office, you have a tough boss, and if he is treating you bad, you are disappointed, disgruntled. If you are not getting the right kind of response from your colleague, you are disappointed. You don't know what to do next. You are totally disappointed. You don't want to go to the office. Even in family relations, in husband and wife relations, a lot of strained relations are happening right now, because the wife is expecting something from the husband and she's not getting it. She's getting disappointed. And most of these disappointments are leading to depression, and sometimes even to the thoughts of even committing suicide. They don't know how to face this kind of failures. They don't know how to face this kind of rejections in life. Why? Because their education system has never allowed them to fail. Their education system always trained them, their parents, their teachers always trained them to score A1, A and all those stuff. All the time you have to win, you have to win, you have to win, and they never got a chance to fail, in fact. So what I always recommend to the parents and even to the children, that when they are in the school, they should get enough experience in failures. They should get enough experience in setbacks. You cannot allow the child to fail in exams. That's a too risky a game. But they can fail in sports. They can experience failure in games. They can experience failure in activities in the school. But the problem is that we're not allowing our children to participate in games, in sports, in activities. Even they are not ready, because they may have a lot of things to study and they may be tired after all the studies, and the parents are not encouraging them to do that. But unless and until you don't know how failure look like, what is a failure? How can I face a failure? How can I, what kind of an experience, what kind of a feeling a failure gives to me? What happens is that when you go out of the school, when you complete your school and college and you go into the world, you have to face failure anyway. I don't think in the world everything is happening as per your plans. Everything is happening as per what you planned and prepared. No, it never happens. You need to be prepared for failures. And most of this generation, the new generation people, they are not ready to face the failure. Mainly because they have never experienced failures in their life. They don't know how to recoup from that failure so fast. Suppose you are in the cricket team and you are actually bowling, you are the opening bowler, and the first ball itself somebody hit it for a 6. Think about it. You may get disappointed, you may get completely lost, but you don't have enough time to just be in the disappointed level. You have to really recoup. You have to really get back up, because in the next few seconds you have to deliver the next ball. So you have gained the capacity to recoup very fast. Maybe you are in the cricket team and you are in the 14, every team has got a 14. So in the 14, and finally you don't know whether you are going to be there in the playing team or not. The playing team is only 11. And you must have told your friends and your colleagues saying that, I'm going to be in the team, I'm going to play today. And while reaching the ground, that is the time you realize that you're not in the playing 11. You get disappointed. But you cannot stay in that disappointed level forever. You cannot go and commit suicide. You will have to get back up, because the next match is on. You have to get into the playing team. So you have to get back up. So once you are in the sports and games, you are actually continuously training yourself to fail, get back up, and go for the next fight. Fail, get back up, recoup, and ready to face the next challenge. And once you are trained in that way, life becomes easy for you. If you are not trained in that way, if you have never got that kind of training, if you have never experienced failure and how to recoup and how to get back up fast, in life you will be having a miserable situations. You will never know what to do in your life. The moment somebody says no to you, you think that it's a rejection, it's a personal rejection. You cannot adjust, you cannot tolerate. You feel disappointed, disgruntled, you're feeling like the entire world is completely torn apart. You feel like you're completely lost. So this is what is happening with a lot of people right now. So what I want to recommend to the young people right now is that participate in sports and games. Really give your best in that. Invest your time and energy into sports and games along with your academics, definitely. And experience how you can get back up after failures. Be an expert in getting back up after failures. Be an expert in recouping after getting a setback in your life. Once you do this, this will be the greatest practice you can do to yourself in your life to be ready for success. See you next time. Bye.